a weird place to mod. Oops, my penis just hit the flipper. It was a good flip. It wasn't a 3-inch flipper bat, just so you know. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Well, I was able to successfully... Take 3. Well, I was able to successfully avoid COVID until today. It finally got me. That friggin' Maple Mayhem 4 tournaments on the weekend is what got me, and apparently a couple others. But as you can see, I'm vertical, so that's good. And I definitely had to shuffle around some plans for the week, because we don't want to be spreading the vid. So one of those plans was going to visit Kevin, bring him my Terminator 3 trough for some welding action, and bring him his glass. That'll have to go on hold, which means I guess I could just put this back together again in the meanwhile, so I can play test it and check out my little fixes that I did recently, because this machine is darn near finished. And I'm going to also, well, I've decided I think I'm going to procrastinate for now on rebuilding these flippers. That will happen soon. It has to. But this is more fun, so that's what we're going to do tonight, as long as I stay vertical. So when I made the trade, Walking Dead for Avengers, it said it came with a few mods. So it took me, a minute or two to kind of figure out what exactly all the mods were, because it said that there was about, let's say, 4 different mod packages available, or that came with the machine. And I was trying to figure out which mods were there and which mods weren't. It turns out a couple of the mods I didn't actually get, but that's okay. They were just decals. There was like a... Hey, is this it? I think this is one of the mods. It's an apron decal kit. But there was also decals that covered, I think, the side rail. These side rails. I'll pull it up on the computer, and we'll have a look. We'll want to gauge what I got, what I didn't get, what I need to install, what I want to install, while this powers up. One moment. Okay, so this is kind of how the Avengers was advertised. And remember, this machine came from my buddy Greg Benz, so some of this information probably came from Benz, passed over to Adam, then passed over to me, and some of it got lost in translation. But it says mods included: Measle Mods Avengers Infinity Quest Pinball Ramp Illumination Kit. So it took me a minute, but I figured out that I have that installed. Measle Mods Pinball Cabinet Lighting Kit, which we discovered when we were setting it up. This was the one I wasn't sure of. Tilt Graphics Wakanda and Apron Decal. I was like, do I have that? What is that? And Tilt Graphics Avengers Infinity Quest inspired ramp and side decal not installed. I was like, I don't think I got that. So I reached out to Adam, who I did the trade with, and he said yes, that he sent me the links. This is what the one is: Avengers Infinity Quest Wakanda and Apron decals. So where's that supposed to go? We just saw this on the apron, so it looks like I do have that after all. It goes like that, right? Okay, I don't know if I have this green decal by the captive ball. Okay, that's what it would have looked like. And then where's the other one? Oh, I'm pretty sure I do not have that. Okay. And then the other kit is this. And I know I don't have these. Like I said, this is for, well, both the ramps. And then right here which looks like it matches up to side rails, which would actually look kind of cool. That does look pretty cool, actually. But it appears as though I just have the apron decals. Let's go take a look and show you the action. So I'm gonna have to power this bad boy up here. Okay, I'll turn off the light and you can see my under cabinet glow. And then I have that also at the back of the machine. You can see a reflection of the LED strip right there. So there's that. And then the ramp illumination kit. So I didn't really notice this at first, but there it is. See how it's orange there and purple there? Looks pretty cool. And then you can see all the wirings going on back there. So that one I have. And definitely don't have the decals for the ramps there. Oh, look, here it is. I do have this decal. Okay, I'll have to reach back out to Adam and tell him that I lied. Okay, what was the other one? Where's the other one supposed to go again? I kind of forget now. Do. Where was it? How can I forget already? Do you think these apron cards are original, or is Stern doing cool custom stuff like this now? Or do you think that's Greg Benz's work? I completely forget where that other green decal is supposed to go. Where are we? Oh, okay, right, beside the captive ball. Do I have that? Oh, look at that.
Leave Hulk alone!
Oopsie. Okay, so I completely lied to Adam. I will have to let him know that I actually did get that one kit, but the other kit that has for the 2 ramps and the 2 rails I did not get, but that's okay, because I got a couple things that I wasn't expecting as well. Check this out. I did not know this even existed until I got this machine. This is a shooter lane plastic. You see this? It kind of just rests there. I don't know if it's even secured at all. Oh, look. There's a piece of tape there. Looks like tin tape. Maybe. It's kind of peeling up a little bit. But this is kind of a neat shooter lane. It's like a piece of plastic. It travels all the way up to here and keeps this shooter lane pristine. And I imagine, I'm pretty certain, these on either side are also clippy protectors. So what I wasn't expecting was that. And it comes with the rest of the clippy protectors, which I discovered. Here we are. So we got this little short guy here. This is for this lip right here. This guy, I believe, was for here. And then this other guy here, I forget what that's for, but I might install those. So what I have done, just when I was tinkering around the other day, is this is, it comes with longer screws. That's brilliant. Okay, so check this out. Lane protector, or plastic protector, I should say, for the lane plastic. I installed that. And this screw barely caught on to the post there. And I was kind of looking for longer screws just to make sure it stayed in there. Now that I see the screws are in the bag, that's pretty freaking sweet. And look, the plastic's blue, so it kind of adds an extra little layer of coolness. See that? I want the GI to turn on so we can see the illumination a little better. There we go. Oh, one little flicker. Anyway, I got to tell you, that is a royal effing pain in the ass to install those, because there's a spacer here, here, and here. 6 spacers, and none of them are attached to anything. So you have to kind kind of like hold all 6 spacers in place to get that to go in. And that side wasn't as bad, but this side, with the interference of this ramp, oh, what a effing pain in the butt that was. The only thing I don't like is that this ramp here is a bit of like 1/8 of an inch higher than normal now. I don't think that's going to affect anything. We'll find out. I imagine it doesn't. I don't like raising the height or of wire forms or lowering, or, you know, it's designed very precisely for a reason. But so I did install those guys, and I will do the slingshot protectors next. And then I've got this cute little shield from Lear Mods. Ah, very cool. And find out where exactly that's supposed to go. I watched Ray Day's tutorial last night on this, and it was very informative. I highly recommend it. I got a bit of knowledge on sort of what to do now. Kind of learning all the shots. I believe Captain America is the pop bumpers / pop bumper shot here. There's Captain America. So I'm going to guess that shield goes maybe right around here. Right on this screw. That looks like a good spot. Oh, look. Way back here. You see that? There is actually a loose screw. So maybe the shield goes there. I don't know why that's loose, but I should tighten that before I forget. I think I have my Phillips screwdriver handy. Watch me tighten this, only to find out that that is... Oh wait, you know what? That is like stripped on there. The whole post is turning. Okay, interesting. We'll have to dive into that and figure out what's going on with that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do tonight, at the very least, is tinker around with some of these mods and spruce this bad boy up a little bit. But I still have only got like maybe 10 games on this thing. I was gone away for the whole weekend. Sunday was Mother's Day. And what is it today? Wednesday. So finally getting around to messing with this. Anyway, I will do some stuff. I'll be back. There. All I need is that extra 1/8 of an inch. So, good job, whoever provided these plastic protectors. Who was it, actually? Was it Lear Mods as well? It is. Doesn't say it. Measle Mods. Okay, there it is. Tiniest little font there. So that's Measle Mods, Lear Mods, and yeah. All right, I'm going to stick in those screws and then do the slings. All right, there's a little bit of hardware. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces you have to remove to get at the one plastic. All right, so what I decided is to not reuse these washers because of the thickness of this, which normally go here, here, and here. I just don't think I'm going to have enough meat left on my threads if I were to use the washers. Know what I mean, Bern? So, let's see how much thread I have left after I install this guy. Yeah. I wonder. I think I need the washers. Like, the washers are basically factory plastic protectors. And since this is plastic protector, I don't need double plastic protectage. Kind of half the reason, or maybe even 60% of the reason I'm installing these is because it's basically a trim dress kit, kind of like you see that like Pinbit sells for Tron and stuff like that. Just the extra kind of bluey illumination. That's 60% of the reason. Isn't that just cool? Protecting the plastics. Yeah, they might break. It's very possible. But I do have also the goodie bag which has extra slingshot and lane guide plastics. So if they ever did break, then I have replacements and some cool decals too. So I may steal these decals just to decorate my games room with. So if you ever traded me this Avengers and these do not come with it, I'm warning you fair and square right now. That stuff may not be included because I might keep it. Anyway, moving on to the other slingshot. Okay, all the plastic protectors are installed. Let's turn off the lights. See what they look like in attract mode. Ooh, pretty cool. I'm slightly concerned. I noticed that the plastic protectors are notched out right here. See that? Because they close the gap there where the ball drops into. See that? It is notched out. So, we're gonna have to lower the playfield and drop some balls to see if I've got my wire forms. This seems loose, but I guess that secures over here. See if I got my wire forms adjusted all happily. So I might as well do that next. This is cool. I never noticed this before. I just saw Keith Elwin and then Rick Nagel and Harrison Drake. Zombie Yeti. It goes through. Oh, that's really cool how they not just give, you know, text credits. They actually give a little mugshot of everybody involved. That's pretty sweet. All right, let's make sure my wire forms are happy. Ah, perfect. Okay, that one's good. How about this guy? Yep, that seems fine. Voila. Okay, moving on. Almost forgot. Muy importante. Beer holder mod. Ah, much better. Okay, next thing we want to do is reduce the power of the trough eject solenoid. Kind of like what I was doing on T3, but mechanically this we can do through the settings here. I don't know how far it goes down, but I think it's recommended to go as low as it can go. How low does it go? Like if I go to 0, is it gonna... That seems like quite the distance. Oh, 64? Okay. Let's see. Let's try and get a ball up out of the trough here. Okay. Wait, that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to start a game. Okay, let's input this. Now, exit. Close coin door. Hit the start button and we'll see how nice this kicks out.
Face me and understand the nature of despair.
Gotta wait for that, I guess. Hello?
Avengers, assemble!
I'm trying to assemble. Guess I turned it down too low? Or what happened there? Okay, I guess I gotta turn up the power a little bit. I'll be back. Okay, just for future reference, it is feature adjustment number 204. There's a lot of adjustments. That is under game, not your standard adjustments, feature adjustments. Okay, so now, let's see what happens. It's trying to kick out, but it doesn't seem to have enough power yet. Okay, so whoever said on pin side, power it down all the way to the lowest setting, that might have been on some early code or something. Alright, I'm gonna mess with this. I'll be back. Alright, check this out. That fed really nicely. It was just subtle. It was I put it to 150. So let's see this. See that? That's nice and gentle. So I'm happy with that. So check this out. There is 272 plays total, lifetime 273. I don't know why there's a 1 game difference there. But even on low plays, how can I show you? I just had the right angle there, and you could totally see the dimplification. I can't see it right now at this angle. Just must be the way the lighting hits it. Anyway, it's definitely dimplified, but hey, that's just pinball. And a lot of it is like maybe the ball hits the captive ball, then hits the wire form and bangs down. So I find dimples are often in the area of wire forms, but not too concerned about that. But maybe I'll do the Captain America shield next and figure out what's going on with that screw. All right, next thing I am checking is the spinning disc, whether it's flush and level to the play field. It is at the back. It's a little bit of a lip at the front. I haven't noticed any balls jumping around, so I may leave it for now, but I have been looking it up. Here is the mech here. So from what I see, is that this nut and this nut are what need to be adjusted. So I found a Stern PDF level disc to play field. So it says if you're adjusting a premium or LE, use the diagnostic test to move the disc to the down position first. Then loosen the adjustment jam nut, which is the big plastic one. Then turn the bearing shaft assembly to raise or lower the disc. So this guy here. Then retighten the jam nut once the disc has been leveled. So just noting this for future reference. If I need to adjust that, if I see any air balls, I'll know to look for it now. But that seems to be okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next thing. All right, so looking at the Captain America Shield mod here, and I texted Greg Benz, former owner of this machine. This is the Lear Mods page, which shows where it goes. And it does go where I thought it was supposed to go. What's Greg saying? Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but Willy Wonka. So Greg traded his Avengers for a Willy Wonka. So he has a Willy Wonka now. Anyway, I asked Greg if he tried to install this mod here and didn't, or it was installed at one point and then removed for whatever reason, because I just want to know, is there some good reason here that I shouldn't install this mod? So he said he just looked at the instructions and really couldn't be bothered. It seemed like a pain in the ass. So it does in fact go here, and this screw is stripped. So if I can't retap this hex post here or get the screw out, then maybe that's why he gave up. Like, maybe it says in the Lear mods that, or somewhere, that there was not a screw or there originally, and the Captain America Shield mod came with a screw. So it's like someone installed the screw, cross-threaded it, and now it's stuck there. So before I can really even attempt to install this, I'm gonna have to try and remove the screw and see if I can kind of tap out that post so I can get a screw in there that's not all cross-threaded. But I do see, looks like there's a hole right there where I can feed the wires down. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. So looking at the instructions, because I wanted to see how challenging it is. Ben said that he was discouraged. So I'm looking at page 1. We got instruction number 1, 2, and 3. And page 2, we got instructions 7 through 12. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'm missing a page. Then I looked a little closer, and this refers to Thanos eyes. Position each LED of the mod over each Thanos eyes. So this is not the right page. So those instructions up until this point are good, but beyond that, not so good. So then I went to support page. Okay, installing instructions. And it says, nice and easy. Install instructions can now be accessed by scanning the QR code on the mod packaging. Please check for the label and scan the code. You will be taken to the install instructions. All right, here's my packaging. Where's my instructions? I'm not normally an instruction kind of guy, but the one time I want to look at friggin' instructions, they're all over the place, man, and not even existent. So we're just going to use our brain. It says something on there. Yellow on the one alligator clip, white on the other alligator clip. We're going to see if we can get that screw to operate. We're going to feed that wire down in there. What is this? What is this? Let's see. Oh, so that's maybe to... Corey just texted and said that he got a Star Wars in Allentown. I texted him earlier today to see how many pinball machines they hauled back from Allentown, because they've been known to haul back like a 12-pack. So I have a feeling he's going to text me a couple more pins, but he got a Star Wars, so may not need to trade mine after all. Anyway, so what is this for? Is that just like if I want to connect a couple mods together? And this? I just gotta plug the alligator clips into that. That's what we gotta do. Okay. We should be able to figure that out. We're gonna assume that we're gonna connect this shield to the Captain America insert, which is maybe this one? That's probably the one. I can look up in the manual and find out if these lamps are labeled, and if this is labeled Captain America. I'm going to assume that is, because that's like gem placement. Power up, that's not going to be them. So, alright, let's see if I can deal with this screw. Alright, it took some needle nose pliers and a Phillips, but I got the screw out. I think the problem is the screw. This is too long, so I need to find a shorter screw. See if that works. Okay, I found a shorter screw, and I literally was kind of able to retap the hex post there. Actually, it's not even really a hex post, but whatever, the post, by just kind of slowly working the screw in. And now it goes in all the way and smoothly. So basically just tapped out that post with this screw. So I think I'm good to go to install this mod. Since there are no instructions, I'm making up my own. So there's a GI here. Remember I thought that was a hole? That's actually a bulb. I was going to try and feed it down there, but it wasn't really working. So then I thought I'd try and feed it along the back down this hole, but there's too much crap for me to be able to feed the wire from the top side down into there. So we're gonna share holes here. I'm gonna feed it into that. Here, let's see if we can do that right now. Why not? All right, but here, where was I? Okay, so I was gonna try and feed it down this area there and work it all the way to the back corner, but that just ain't happening. So now, there we go. We're gonna borrow that general illumination socket hole, like so. Feed that down. I should probably just pull it from the bottom. Probably be a lot easier. They gave a lot of wire, so look at this. definitely like 3 feet of wire, so plenty to work with. Voila. I'm hoping that I should be able, oh, look at this. We're getting down to the end here, which actually has some insulation on it, and that's going to make sharing that hole a little bit of a tighter scenario. So I'll be back. I'm going to screw that on. Looks a little sketchy. Maybe I want to use a washer as well to hold down that little copper wire there. Anyway, and then find out exactly where I'm supposed to tie that into, because maybe I'm supposed to tie it in way down here. Is that why there's... Oh no, these are surface mount LEDs, so there is... Do I tie it into the... Where the heck do I tie it into? I'll have to figure that out as I go, but and see if I can even install this bulb in the same hole now. Oh boy, I see why Greg didn't bother installing this darn thing. Alright, Learmod shows the shield installed fairly low to the playfield, but there's where I installed mine. Nice and high, so you can see it. It's a very flexible wire, so I can move it however I want. I can go low if I want. Oh, let's turn the star so the star is kind of like... Yeah, there we go. So I think I'm going to go with that. I just put a screw and then a washer, and I wrap the copper wire around the screw there, so it's on there good. And I managed to feed it through that general illumination hole without trouble, so that's okay. Now I just gotta figure out where to connect the thing. And it's still a little crooked. I gotta fix that. Okay, because all of the controlled lamps are surface mount LEDs and probably mostly RGB, I've concluded that the Captain America light must be general illumination and just on all the time that the general illumination is on. So I popped out a bulb, cut off the shrink tube on both the legs, and attached my alligator clips. So I think that's going to be it. I will tidy up my wiring, install the bulb, and then we'll take a look at the finished product. Okay, one last note. I kind of tidied up the excess wire here, a couple new zip ties. But I had this alligator clip that's labeled white on the white and yellow on yellow, and it wasn't working. So I reversed it, and that also didn't work. Then I put it into all lamp test, and then it started working. So I'm not sure what exactly is going on, but so yeah, this is the shenanigander way, as usual. But I think I finally got it working. So give me a moment and we'll have a look. Alright, I am done with mods for the evening. And pretty much for maybe the entirety of Avengers. So I've got what I want in there. But let's have a look at the finished product for now. Remember, we got the pin gulp, and I still don't know if these are custom or not, or factory, the apron cards. Take a look at our plastic protectors. Not in attract mode this time, you can really see them, so they're pretty cool. And obviously we've got our Decal Kit, these two guys, along with the front of the apron, which is kind of a weird mod, because how the heck is anyone ever going to see that? A weird place to mod. Oops, my penis just hit the flipper. It was a good flip. It wasn't a 3-inch flipper bat, just so you know. Okay, we got that ramp illumination action, orange and purple. And check it out. Captain America shield actually works without instructions. Or not any useful ones anyway. And I do have a glare guard that I will use for the display. You know what? These black walls look so bare. That could be a good candidate for some art blades. But yeah, it's a nice looking machine. Hey, I can see the dimples now from this angle. Can you? Right around there. It don't matter. I haven't decided if I'm going to put the clippies on yet. They do recommend putting a couple washers underneath areas where the ball guide is like touching the playfield. Oh, that was my penis using the right flipper this time. Actually, it was more my testicle than my penis this time around. But that requires like removing a whole lot of stuff to get a washer under here. Keep this guide off the playfield. See how this is off the playfield? Let's see. There's space there, so it's not going to rub on the playfield. But here, it's pretty much touching. And then I think here is another recommendation. Get a washer right under there. But that would not be fun to have to remove half the friggin' playfield to make that happen. So, not going to do that at the moment. I was thinking of changing the flipper rubbers to yellow because they look good on someone else's machine, but maybe not now with the blue plastic protectors. That's what it's looking like for now. And at some point I should stop tweaking and modding and looking and actually play this thing. So that's some Avengers mods action for y'all. Hope you enjoy. What awesome art. Isn't that awesome? Friggin' zombie Yeti. He's a beast. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all on the next one.